Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL League One. We'll go through all of the action, all the activity, and a crazy week that went down in USL League One. Get you through all of the info you need to get you ready for the weekend that will be and the week that will be coming up in USL League One. So before we go forward, we go backward and go through what happened over the last 7 days to get you ready for the next 7 days as we are here at the end of the month of August. Busy in the midweek last week. Greenville knocked off Chattanooga 2-1 at Paladin Stadium, and then South Georgia Tormenta tied Hailstorm in that makeup game. And that was 2-2 at Tormenta Stadium, Optum Sports Medicine Field, which set up the activity on the weekend. Murder Owls got to go to Paladin Stadium to take on Greenville. Union Omaha gets the win 2-1. Hailstorm at least got one win out of the road trip. Still got 4 points in the two matches. They go to Wake Med and get a 2-1 win over North Carolina FC. Then craziness at CHI Memorial between rivals, Chattanooga and South Georgia Tormenta. A lot of highlights. Here they are. There's a lot of them. Trust me. Once again, courtesy of our friends at ESPN Plus, USL League One, and YouTube.
Been an up and down 2023 season, trying to get us going. The referee signals a start, and from right to left, the host will get us underway. Sprays it forward. Fonseca tries to get a chest to it, does it successfully, plays a 1-2 with Heckenberg, and he's got to head it full of steam, driving forward, holds off Marsh, picks out Kingsford Ajay. Ajay one-on-one on the left-hand side, goes low, picks out Khoury, he picks out Fonseca. It's a brilliant move. Left to right in a flash. Excellent composure. An early goal for Pedro Fonseca. Clever leave by Sterling to just let it roll past him. Fonseca puts that one away. What a start. The first great opportunity of the match so far. Talk about composure from Khoury. Has his back to goal in this from a losing position. 16 of them. An interesting stat. Someone's knocked down by Williams. Side that doesn't score often first, often having to chase things from behind. It's cleverly flicked forward. What a play by Ropapa Mensah. Out of nothing. Sean Nembard maybe could have held off his opponent a bit better there as that one was lofted over the top. Ropapa Mensah did not give up on it and just got there first. TJ Bush caught in no man's land, and that ball in the back of the net. Nice bit of progression. Big tackle though by Kilwine. Ajay again, cutting in field, showing off his mazy dribbling skills. Otieno has it played to him, puts it over the top. Keziah Sterling, can he get there first? He does. Keziah Sterling has Khoury with him. He can go himself. He will. Number 12 for the number 9. 3 goals in this match within 20 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
He's on absolute fire. Holds off the attempts of his opponents. Keeps his composure. Not much Aviles can do there to keep that one out. Just brilliant progression and wide open match. What a thriller we're being treated to here. Corner kick into the box, headed on goal, it's there! Another equalizer in the first half. This one coming courtesy of the defender, the Puerto Rican, Nicolas Cardona. Whipped in by Felipe. Uncontested, he positioned himself brilliantly and immediately sprinted back, wanted to get the side ready again. 4 goals in the first half. That one as simple as you like. Just nods that home. He's got Sterling with him on the right. A lot of space for Ajay on the left. It's Kingsford Ajay, Fonseca on the underlap. Khoury into the box. Ajay on the right foot. It's on target. Aviles can rope it in. Whipped in, headed away, vital by Kilwine. Walefi. Marsh, low, saved by Bush. On hand was Hernandez. Nutmegged Khoury, and he'll try and play in Marsh. Marsh will get there. His opponent takes a tumble. Siobhan Marsh into the area. Still with it, takes a deflection, it's there! fourth straight match with a goal for Siobhan Marsh. He did it all himself. You see Nebhard get knocked over once, and he knocks him over again. Keeps his feet about him, may have taken a slight deflection that took it away from TJ Bush, but talk about a moment for Marsh to just drive forward. That's now 2 goals for Chattanooga that can be credited in large part due to forwards just staying with it, and it certainly looks like it took a deflection. It's Hernandez. The match staying wide open. Siobhan Marsh, Mensah, back to Marsh. It's going to be easy for Bush to deal with. Texas side that won back in 2019, the first year of USL League One. Had over 30 appearances in the 2019 title with North Texas. Played in behind. Mukwele Akale, one-on-one. Mukwele Akale to equalize, 3-all. All business from him. They know they want the 3 points. They respond to going behind. This match continues to give. We'll see it again. Just keeps his composure. Saying just the former Tormenta man, Aviles, just easily put it away. What a pass in behind. The speed of Akale means he was always going to get there. Brilliant composure, gave the keeper the eyes, and the low finish is good. Puts a foot in. Cardona can carry it. They want to try one low, saved by Bush. Forces him down quickly, parries it away. Low, venomous shot. He's back on the ball. Gets to Fonseca. How about a shot? Rolls it to Sterling. Clips it into the box. Fonseca, vital save. It's going to get across the goal line. It will. Fonseca again opened the scoring today. Has the 4th for Tormenta. And in the 84th minute, stayed with it. A brilliant pass from Sterling to nick it into him. A vital save by Aviles. Williams trying to clear it. Aviles trying to dive for it. Minute and a half. Johnny Felipe whips it into the box. Headed across goal. Is it there? It is! 4-4. Whips this one in, nodded across goal. And the back post is Ropapa Mensah. Just has to crane his leg high, try and catch. You see him break off at the back post. Has to just get his foot above the ball, and he pounds it into the ground and nods it home. Switch of play, headed away by Murphy Jr., and that does it. Take a deep breath. Players collapsing to the ground. Absolute effort by both sides.
8-goal madness. Chattanooga and South Georgia. You just kind of run out of adjectives at points. So points shared, rivalry continues, and there's another chapter in the craziness that's attached to it. 4-4 final in East Ridge, Tennessee. 1 knocks at Regal, ties Charlotte Independence at 1s. Lexington SC beats Richmond Kickers 1-0. Akira Fitzgerald signs a contract to continue being the multi-purpose individual that he is there in Richmond. Part of the Richmond Kicker fabric, signs a deal to stay on the pitch in his multiple capacities there with the Kickers. And then Central Valley and Forward Madison, they got the West Coast version of Match of the Week. Central Valley, Forward Madison, they looked at what Chattanooga and Tormenta did, and they're like, yeah, we'll do that, but we'll just do it later. Goal in the first minute by Fuego. Carrera Garcia makes it 1-0. Forward Madison ties it in the 5th. They go ahead in the 16th on a penalty. Then Bijev scores in the 28th, so you're 2-2 at the break. 45th minute, so Dulise scores to make it 3-2. Then you go to break. Lawal scores from the penalty spot, so you end up with a penalty on each side. Fuego had a 4-2 lead. And then a second yellow card for Forward Madison. They meant they were down to 10. Didn't stop them. A goal in the 70th and a goal in the 83rd. 4-4 draw. Absolute nut stuff going on with the games that happened last time out unbelievable stuff in the last Wednesday and the last weekend of the month of August. A 4-4 game on the campus of Fresno State University. So craziness there in the last 7 days of USL League One. So that sets up your standings, and here's where we are. 4-game unbeaten string snap for North Carolina, which means their margin is now only 1 point ahead of Union Omaha, who've won 5 in a row, 44 points to 43. Hailstorm, unbeaten in 3. They're at 40. Charlotte has played 25 matches, the most of anybody above the playoff bar right now. They're unbeaten in 3. They're at 40 points, unbeaten in 4 of 5. Forward Madison finally had the 2-game losing streak snapped with that draw. They're at 37 points. Greenville's at 36. Then there's some space. That's your playoffs right now. Just below the playoff bar, South Georgia Tormenta, unbeaten in 4 of 5. They're at 32 points. They are ahead of One Knox in both wins and goal difference. Lex SC's at 27 points. They've won 3 of 4, however. Richmond has lost 4 of 5. Uncharacteristic to see Richmond in 10th place in USL League One, 6-10-9, 25 matches played, 27 points. So they have one less win than Lex, and that's why they're in 10th. Red Wolves at 21 points. Central Valley are at 18 points, and so that sets up how things are in USL League One heading into this particular week. Remember the power rankings for heading into match week 23 were like this. North Carolina, Union Omaha 1 and 2. Hailstorm were up 1 to 3. Charlotte up 1 to 4, which meant Madison dropped 2 to 5. South Georgia Tormenta up 1 to 6. Greenville, which meant they had to drop to 7. One Knox, Lex, Richmond, Chattanooga, and Central Valley were all in the same spot from 7th and 8th through 12th. So you had all of that activity going on with USL League One. We mentioned Red Wolves and Tormenta with that 4-4 game. Just absolute abject craziness with all the goals that were scored in that match. Just over 2,000 with Gloria Martinez in the middle for our friends there at CHI Memorial. Fantastic match in a complete and total crazy effort there in that particular rivalry. Once again, reminder for Player of the Week for Week 23, it was Keziah Sterling, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball, in the win over Madison leading into this past weekend. And you can probably venture a guess that there's going to be some Chattanooga and some Tormenta folks that will be on the roster for Week 24. But to remind you about Team of the Week for Week 23, Lalo Delgado is in net for Northern Colorado with the scoreless draw against Greenville. Backline, Jalen Chrysler and Angelo Kelly from One Knox, and they were paired with Nick Spielman from Charlotte Independence. McQuelly Akale from Tormenta, Mikey Maldonado, Jaden Cervania from North Carolina FC, Neil Vinyals from Richmond were in the midfield. Up top, it was Wallach Anderson from North Carolina, Christian Chaney from Forward Madison, and Keziah Sterling from Tormenta. Bench, Austin Pack from Charlotte, Keelan Fox from Lex SC, Joel Johnson from Charlotte, Rafa Menzigan and Raheem Summersall from North Carolina, Hudus Lawal from Central Valley, and Tresor Mbuyu from Charlotte as well. So that's your bench for Team of the Week for Week 23, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball. Don't forget to join social media to keep up everything going on with USL League One, and join on the fan zone at uslleagueone.com. It is on the Bird app, the 280-character app. It is on the Facebook, and it is on the Instagram for the league in and of itself. Now, getting you into the schedule, once again, it's midweek weekend, end of August and the beginning of September. The one game, midweek, Richmond hosting Central Valley. So Central Valley coming from Fresno, going to Richmond, 7 o'clock on Wednesday at City Stadium, which, of course, sets up the weekend, which is traditionally very, very busy. Friday night football at Toyota, Greenville hosting Lex SC. One Knox is going to Statesboro to take on South Georgia Tormenta. Saturday, September the 2nd, you've got 2 matches. You have at 4 o'clock at Wake Med, North Carolina FC hosting Central Valley as their road trip continues. 7:30 Saturday night at CHI Memorial. It is Forward Madison traveling to take on the Red Wolves, which sets up Sunday Night Football. Charlotte traveling out to Future Legends to take on Northern Colorado. Hailstorm. So that's all the information that's going on when it comes to everything in USL and USL League One. We do have, remember, we do have the one match in the midweek. We do have juice boxes for it. Richmond, no surprise, they are a favorite at home against Central Valley at a -128. Your draws a +273, and Central Valley to win on the road is a +289. So that's all the information that you need to know going into the weekend at USL League One and USLLeagueONE.com. If you are in market and catch any of the matches that are over the holiday weekend, please do. You get to see one of the tightest tests and tightest competitions for playoff berths and championships that you'll see in this hemisphere by checking in with USL League One teams at their home stadia. If you are in market and can't be there, follow along on your local providers. If you're out of market and want to follow along, go to ESPN Plus, the home for USL League One all season long, and the local providers for your favorite club. So for everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Thanks for hanging out with us. That is the latest of what's going on in USL League One. Play it safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.
There can be only one